right now you see the line. So I did not put anything in my eyes. So eyeshadow primer does two things. Like the face primer, it mattifies the face. The eyeshadow primer mattifies the eyes as well. Secondly, it then does not let it crease. And thirdly, the color of the eyeshadow becomes even stronger when you're using an eyeshadow primer. So eyeshadow primers you can get in many different brands. So I've got the Too Faced one as well. I've got the Urban Decay one as well. And then this is the local brand called Luscious. It's the same brand, the foundations that you guys use. So you can use any of the eyeshadow primers, right? Again, in eyeshadow primers, the brand doesn't matter, right? So I'm going to just take this, and what you do is that after you've done everything else, I'm going to take the eyeshadow primer and prime my eye. Just take your finger. So if you don't have eyeshadow primer, so you see what it does? It becomes dry immediately. So can you see there's still a line here, but this has become like a nice black canvas. So eyeshadow primer, if you don't have it, you can also use your concealer. But the concealer is very creamy, so you have to set the concealer with the powder. With the eyeshadow primer, you don't need to set the eyeshadow primer with the powder. We'll do both eyes.
But we cannot use the face primer.
No, face primer is totally different. So the eyeshadow primer has a little bit of, can you see, color in it. It's like a skin color. So if your eye is darker from the top, you were asking me. So if your eye is darker from the top, or if it's pigmented or whatever, this will bring it back to the original color. So eyeshadow primer always has a little bit of color. So can you see it's become one color. So now my eye is ready. I've done my eyebrows and I've done this, and my eye is ready to do basic eyeshadow. So in basic eyeshadow, I always say that get one palette, but get a good palette. So again, it can be any brand of palette, something which has a little bit of browns, a little bit of pinks and purples and more natural sort of things, right? Which you can use in your everyday life and whatever. So let me put this somewhere. I really like, as I told you yesterday as well, so these are the three palettes that I think for everyday use are great. One is the Soft Glam palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills. So I really like this palette for another reason, because it has a really nice black. So one black eyeshadow, which is really good, is very important, because on our skin tone, what black does is it gives depth to the eye. So when we're going to do the eye, you'll see how the black helps accentuate the eye. So when fair people do their makeup, they can get away with doing dark brown and giving depth to the eye. Dark brown really doesn't work very well for us, so black is what you need. So a lot of palettes have black in it, but there are very few blacks that remain black. Otherwise, black becomes more grey. So Huda is one of those brands. The black is excellent, and Anastasia Beverly Hills, the black is excellent, right? So again, it has every nude possible color, but more towards the browns and everything. So for bridal makeup and all, this is absolutely great. But I just feel that everything is too brown. I want more pinks as well. So this is like one of my favorite palettes, the nude palette. I think it was one of the best. I've got the Jeffree Star nude palette as well. But again, in the Jeffree Star nude palette, there are more browns and more earthy. I like this palette for a few reasons. One, I know it's expensive, but one, you have browns and pinks and purple, so there's more variety. Secondly, in the Soft Glam palette, you've got your matte colors and you've got your shimmers. But in this palette, you've got your matte, you've got your shimmer, and you've got your glitter, and you've got your eyeshadow primer. So you get a lot in one palette, right? So you can go the purple route, the pink route, the brown route. You can go evening shimmer to glitter, night look. So a lot can happen. So if you are going to invest in one palette, everything is in the middle of this palette, right?
It has
So
primer too.
it has the eyeshadow primer too, right? I mean, it has this is one of their new palettes as well. I like their eyeshadows. So again, they've got the very nice everyday nude colors. So they've got your mattes, they've got your shimmers, and then they've got the glitters. I think she is the only one who has all three in one palette, because usually it is just the shimmer, or usually it's just the matte. Like even in the smaller palettes, which are these. These are my favorite as far as color is concerned. You've got a small palette, but you've got your matte, you've got your shimmer, and you've got your glitter. So when you have everything in one palette, that just makes it so a good palette. So we have collected a lot of these palettes, especially that we get in gifts, which have the round, 1 million colors. All of them are a waste of everything. If you have a palette, I remember on my wedding, I got this one big palette with gola, round, shimmer. So if you have a palette with just shimmers, useless palette, because eyeshadow is blended with matte colors. So it's very important, even if you have a small palette, you need to have at least 3 matte colors. So you need at least 3 colors to start blending an eyeshadow. Then you put the shimmer, then you put the glitter. If you try and blend the shimmers, you're going to have shimmer all over your face. Kabhi, has it ever happened that there's glitter all over your face? Apart from the eyes, the glitter is there. And once the glitter falls somewhere, God forbid, it does not come off.
No, it doesn't.
It does. It will keep
No
going
matter what
everywhere.
you
It
do.
will not come off.
Everything
right?
else you can.
It's because we are
but the
trying
glitter
to
is there.
blend the
That's why
shimmer
I
and
do
the
it.
glitter. You never blend the shimmer and the glitter. You always blend the matte color. Right? So any good palette that you buy, it should have matte colors, and then it can have shimmers, and then it can have glitters. Glitters you can get separately also. I think it's better to just get you get pigments as well, and then you get the glitter glue. So honestly speaking, don't even get into that mess, because once you've done the eyeshadow, then you put the glue, and then you put the glitter, and then everything is going everywhere. Usse better hai, now you have like a lot of these smaller palettes which have light glitter in them, right? So it's better to just get a palette with the glitters in it. So these glitters already have gel in them. You pick them up literally with a foam brush and you press them and you leave them.
Who's that?
Yeah? So this is like a Miss Rose, the local Pakistani brand they sent me a PR package. So I have all these glitters in it. But like, I got this from Too Faced. So it has like the gold. It was a Christmas collection thing that I got, so it has gold. One of the best glitters is Too Faced ka Pretty Pink palette. It's got, right? So if we're doing purple, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, this is the lightest color,
Yeah.
this is the middle color, and this is the darkest color, right? So we'll go lightest with this will be the middle, and this will be the darkest color. So these are the 3 mattes that I have identified. Now for any eyeshadow, there is one color that is called the transition color. Does everybody know about that?
Yeah.
So what the transition color does is that the transition color, the point of the transition color is not to show, but it's very important in the whole eyeshadow technique. So what the transition color does is that it separates the top part of your eye to the bottom part of your eyes. Usually what happens is when we start doing eyeshadows, it leaks all the way up, and then it goes into our highlighter also. So the highlighter also has color, your eye is also, because we are very afraid that, so you have to follow your crease line. Everybody has this crease line in their eyes. Some have it lower, some have it higher. All your eyeshadow should be done within the crease line. Now our problem is that we think when we open the eye, the crease line is very low. So we need to take our eyeshadow higher than the crease line. But then what happens is that goes into the highlighter. Eventually it looks like somebody punched you in the eye. The eyeshadow is going all over the place. So your eyeshadow needs to be everywhere within the crease line. You think that somebody standing in front of you can't see your eyeshadow, but they won't be able to see your eyeshadow if you walk around like this and you refuse to blink and you don't blink at all. And if you are a robot who will not blink her eye and her eye will keep opening like this and nothing will happen, which is not possible, then they won't be able to see your eyeshadow. But you are going to blink like a million times. So every time you blink, you're closing your eye, everybody can see your eyeshadow. Okay, so it's the same thing with the nose. If you're going to walk around like this, then they will think that something is brown out there or something is brown. But you're going to keep blinking, so people get to see your eyeshadow. It is again something that we tell ourselves that no, you can't see it. So what the transition color does is, transition color is any color which is closest to your skin tone. So it usually, you'll always find one color in every palette which is the closest to you. So in this palette, if I had to look at a transition color, I'd probably go with this one because it's the closest, so it wouldn't show on my skin. But if you don't, if you have a, like you say, oh, my mama said that every palette should have a transition color, and then you're trying to look for a transition color in this, you're not going to find one, okay? So instead that you end up using the yellow, you can just use it from any other palette. So I usually always use this because this is closest to my skin tone. So no matter what I'm using, I'll use this as my transition color. In case you don't, which is not true because everybody has brown palette. So in case you don't have a transition color, take your contour palette and the lighter brown one, which is closest to your skin tone, use that as your transition color. So this was the product, right? I told you 3 things make good makeup: product, tool, and technique. I've told you about the product. Everybody understands about the product, what you need to buy and how you need to go about it. And if you already have a million things, sort it out by this is what I need. This whole 3 bags that I carry in the train every day to go and do makeup, you don't need to do that. One makeup bag can do all of what has happened today in this class, okay? You guys have seen how much you've used and what you've used from the boris that you brought into class, okay? So now we'll go to the tools. Tools are as important as the product. Product we got, but if we use just one brush, which my mother does, you're not going to get that result, right? You need proper blending brushes. Like you need a foundation brush. You saw what happened today without the foundation brush. You saw what happened to your blush on without the blush on brush. People who didn't have proper beauty blenders, you know how difficult, you know, people who had all the right tools were quietly enjoying their makeup, and people who did not have the right tools were struggling here and there, didn't know what to do. So you know how important tools are. So I'm not saying go and buy 25 brushes, 30 brushes, but what I'm saying is start somewhere and then slowly collect. So initially, to do any kind of eyeshadow, you need one transition brush. So it is a fluffy brush at an angle, doesn't matter what brand it is. This is Sigma, but I think the number has now disappeared, right? So it's a nice fluffy brush and it's at an angle. Why is it at an angle? Because I need to do it on the crease, and yet it doesn't mix with the rest of my brushes, right? So this brush I only use for transition color. I do not put any other color. You will not see any other pigment in it. It will always just be for transition color, right? Then I take one brush, which will be my middle brush. So it will have my middle color in it. So when I do this, it will have a little bit of, what is that?
Makeup. Someone is in there.
Someone's in the bathroom?
Yeah.
Oh. So it has, can you see, a little bit of pink pigment in it, right? So the transition had no pigment, I mean skin color. This has a little bit of pink pigment in it. So this I use for a middle color, right? Then I have one brush which I use for the dark colors. So this is my brush which I use for the dark color. So when I rub this, you see the pigment? So if I use my middle color on this brush, it's not gonna come because this has a little bit of dark in it. So I'll use this only for dark. If I try and do everything with this brush, not gonna be possible. If I put dark on this, this is going to lose this. Then I need one brush which is going to be my light brush. So this brush will have literally, can you see, whitish tint? So this is the brush for the inside. So you need 3 brushes. You need dark, medium, light, makes sense? And then this will always be your transition brush. If you have these brushes, you're pretty much good to do any sort of eyeshadow. One more brush which I would suggest everybody should get is this brush that I got from Sephora. It is a very important brush. It's a smudging brush. For black, I only use this. I've used it, I've had this for 8 years. It is, the number is 118, almost rubbed off, but I cannot live with this brush. This is the brush that I use to put the black, because I don't do black with fluffy brushes because it goes everywhere. So I use it with a smudging brush. So buy one. So between these 5 brushes, life is going to use my transition color, and I'm going to use my black from this. I'm going to put my brushes here. And I'm going to start with my transition color and my transition brush. So I'm going to take my transition, again, anything to do with powder, you have to dab it. Can you see? Until the powder finishes coming out. Now, that is when I put it on my face. Until the powder is coming, if I don't keep dabbing it, it will fall here. I am not going to put any tape. I am not going to put anything, and I am going to do the eyeshadow. And because rather than putting tapes, what happens is in the end when you take the tape off, you have like a solid line. It becomes very difficult to blend. So I don't like using those tapes and those things. So it's better to just learn how to handle it with your hand. If you are very afraid that you're going to drop everything here, just take your translucent powder and put extra here. So when you rub it off, the eyeshadow goes with it. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to do it like this. So if you dab properly, nothing is going to fall. So what I'm going to do is that the transition color I am going to right on top of my crease line, I am going to create. I told you, you would not know that there is something on my eye. So the point of transition is not to show, it is to do the work that it's supposed to do. So it's the most important step, but seeing is not the important step. So I go all the way 2/3 into my eye. So I've put my transition, the top part is separated from the bottom part. So this brush has done its job. There's no other color. Then I will go with the middle color first. So I'm going to go with my medium brush. This is my middle color that I'm going to use. So I'm going to take this, and the middle is going to be on top of my eyeball. And again, keep going back and forth however many times you need to go. Because do not expect eyeshadow to because we also do that. We're very impatient when it comes to doing your own makeup. When we're sitting and getting makeup done, we'll go at 2 in the afternoon to get it done. But when we have to do our own makeup, we get up half an hour before the event and decide to do everything, and then it's not happening, and then we get angry, and then it's a whole disaster, and then we take out our brown palettes and do our brown and gold and end up